anything since the last vlog, which was at the end of April, I think. At the end of that vlog, I had created a system to manage all the changes that I needed to make to my manuscript based on my editor's critique. If you're interested to know how I hired an editor and why, you can watch this vlog. And if you're interested to see how I struggled with the feedback I got from my editor, watch these vlogs. Since then, I have done little. I mostly reread all the earlier drafts to see if there was something there and something that I could bring back in this draft. And there are quite a few things that I want to bring back. All this is based on my editor's feedback. I also took a workshop by Jessica Brody, the author of Save the Cat, Write the Novel. If you are interested in knowing more about the workshop, I'll have that linked in the description section. Also, if you have any questions about resources or anything, I usually have all of them mentioned in the description section. I also have a lot of free resources mentioned in the description section. So check the description section of the videos if you're looking for anything that I've mentioned in any of my videos. I have to implement all the changes now. And to do that, I have decided to open a new Word document and transfer everything. But I'm not going to copy paste anything from this draft. I have to retype everything or dictate, whichever one I can do at the time, but I can't copy paste anything. The point is to make sure that whatever I put in this draft stays there. Now, I will not edit, and so grammar, punctuation mistakes, all those are okay. I'll take care of those things when I'm doing self-editing. I don't know if I'm doing a good job explaining this, but it is making sense to me. And so let's start the 9th draft. I am still very unsure of how I'm going to break down this round of rewrites and revisions, and what micro goals or milestones I want to set this time around. So I have a broad word count goal in mind, but I don't want to set that as milestones. A big chunk of rewrites will happen in the second half of the book. So if I count words, then it will look like and feel like I'm not making any progress while I am working on the first draft, because the first draft won't have a lot of words added. Initially, I thought I'll start working on the second half of the book first, and I tried that, but it's not working for me. I have to do things in a chronological order, and I don't want to make it too complicated for myself. So maybe I'll use chapters. No, I'll use scenes to. Yes, I'll use scenes as my milestones. In my new outline document, I have the scenes and I'll just add dates next to them and transfer that in my Notion. Yes, I think that's what I'll start with and see how it's working and reassess it in about 10 days or so, in 2 weeks, and make any changes if I need. So I'll quickly do that. Chapters, and I'm using the emotion and setting thesaurus to just go over all these scenes and all the tell portions of the scenes. I'm using these thesaurus to help me with showing them. So that's what I just finished doing. I'm at that point of the story where I'm adding new content. So one of the feedback was to give some of the side characters more screen time, so to say. So I'm trying to work in their perspective in the story. And then I'll go back over these two scenes and flesh them out using the thesaurus. Setting and emotion thesaurus more to spark my own imagination, and I think that's how it's meant to be used. I don't think you can just copy paste the descriptions. I don't know how that would work, but if you are struggling with the show don't tell kind of a critique you're getting from people, I highly recommend you check these thesaurus out. You can get the sample on Amazon Kindle and you can see if it works for you. You can also check them out on their website. I'll leave the link to their website in the description section. Happy how much I was able to get done this week. I'm just changing some of the dates of some tasks and milestones that I had planned because I was able to get more done this week. I don't know if I shared this in my previous vlog, but I just wanted to show you how I have set up my Notion. So I have created a project in this book, and in that I have all the tasks. Every revision rewrite is one task, which is then broken into smaller tasks. At the end of the week, when I do my weekly reviews, I see where I'm at and how much I could do, and I look at how much time I have in the coming week. If there are other things that have a higher priority, etc., and depending on the time I have, I pull the tasks I want to do. There are a lot of things happening, so I do this for all the projects. At the end of the week, I schedule everything, and when the next week starts, all the tasks shows up on the dates that I have assigned against them. And if at the end of the day there is something I couldn't do, I can update that and other dependent tasks. I hope I'm not getting too technical, but this is the system that is really working for me right now. All this is based on August Bradley's template, but I have been tweaking it. This is how I'm able to do my YouTube and podcast and work on my book and take care of my house and my family and myself. So for anyone who asks me how I do this, this is how I do it. Alright, I think I've been rambling for a while. If you have a question about self-publishing, check out this playlist, and I'll see you in the next one.